Ellington, and welcome to Southern Sass Chats. Today we have the lovely Sarah Luby, who will be joining us in a second. Sarah is a singer, a director, a producer, an actress. She wears so many hats. She's very prolific, doing all the things, and she is going to be joining us to talk about her experiences in acting and more.
Hi,
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You look so
Thanks for
pretty. You
having
always look
me.
so pretty.
Pardon me?
You look so pretty. You always look so pretty.
Oh, stop. I think the last time I saw you, I had like a weird red hair color going on that I didn't know what was
I liked
happening.
it. I know you were like not sure about it, but I did like it. I thought you could wear
No.
it well. I liked the red. I did red for
Well,
a while too.
did you?
I
Well,
did
after that, I
red
went
and
to like
brown and
chocolate brown.
yeah,
Yeah, we went through all the colors.
yeah, all the colors. Try them out. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, first of all, I love the pictures you have, your artwork behind you that I can see there.
Thank you. They're from Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, cool. Well, I love them. They're great. I love the colors that they pop there. Very
Thank
cute.
you.
All
Thanks.
right. So, Sarah, we're going to dive in. And first of all, tell us how you got into acting.
Okay. When I was in grade 5, I auditioned for like a professional production of The Sound of Music, and I got the role of Brigitte, like the precocious sister, which was very strange because I was very, very shy and didn't talk at the time. Um, and from there, I got into like a bit of acting, but mostly voice lessons and classical music, and then slowly, slowly into film. But I actually went to university for like classical voice and opera. But just had amazing mentors along the way. And yeah, I love acting so much.
Yeah. But so you really started with more of a pathway in music first. Is that more of where your heart was
Yeah.
lying at that point? Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that, like your experiences singing. Where have you performed? Mostly, like, have you done like some Broadway plays, like, well, like your area plays, not Broadway, like New
I was
York?
gonna be like, oh my God, thank you. No, not Broadway. But like if they offer, yes.
Yeah, she has an Oscar, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of musical theater at like really wonderful top stages in Manitoba. So I've done like Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods where I got to play Rapunzel and she's like a little bit off her rocker, so that's fun to me. I got to do a world premiere of like Antigone by Sophocles, but it was a rock opera. So I think that's my favorite thing I've ever gotten to do, because we were creating it as we went.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
just so rewarding, and
Improv.
I got to play not quite improv, but like I guess playing in the room and like working with the composer and being like, okay, well this doesn't work in my voice, but what if we tried this?
Okay.
Um, yeah, so that was super cool. I got to play like the titular character of Antigone and die. I think it's honestly it's every actor's dream to die. Um, that year I played two roles where I died, and I died off stage both times, and I was kind of sad about that part because I
Yeah,
was like, I want to give you my full death scene.
that's right.
Um, yeah, and then most recently I did the Sound of Music, a large production where we did it here, and then we traveled to Edmonton to the Citadel Theater, and I understudied Maria von Trapp, and I got to go on for that, and
Wow.
yeah, but that's been like my stage journey, and I performed with like the opera and our Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra and things like that.
Thank you so much, so much, so much. And I know that you did a song, like wrote a song for uh, tell me about that campaign because I'm going trying to blank on the name of what it
Yes,
was.
okay,
It's
so
beautiful.
it's called Invisible.
I knew the name
Um,
of the song, but I was trying to remember what it was, what the exact company was.
oh no, 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 it's all good. I was watching you and I was like, should I jump in? No, she's got it.
Yeah, I know.
Um, no, because in my everyday life I have multiple invisible disabilities, and before that song came out, I hadn't really spoken about them publicly, and it was COVID. and I just graduated university and I didn't want to hide anymore because it really was blocking off a part of me that was truly me,
Yeah,
truly me. It's like things that I deal with every day that are a struggle. Um, so with my co-writer Duncan Cox, we wrote Invisible, and it was about like my struggles every day of like being chronically ill, but people not understanding what I'm going through.
right.
So yeah, and honestly, it's done really well. Like I am type 1 diabetic among other things, and like it's played at Diabetes Canada events and like juvenile diabetes research like JDRF. I think it might be called Breakthrough T1D now. Um but yeah, it's gone across Canada playing. Yeah.
I love it. I watched it, the video that you had with the song, and I cried. This is when I was like learning about you because, we'll get to the fact that you played Nora in Autumn and Apple Hill. And so I wanted to, look up the actors involved and learn more about them. And I listened to some of your music on your website and I watched that video and I cried. And I'm like, this is so special and it's so important. It's this important story to tell because, so many people deal with things every day that you just don't know. You don't know what someone is dealing with necessarily because, like you said, it can be invisible to, people just seeing you. You're not in, like a mobility chair. You're not, you know, missing a limb or something. Like some things you
Mhm.
can easily see, but that doesn't mean that you don't deal with pain and
Yeah.
illness and all the things. And I love that you bring awareness to those things and that you had that beautiful song about it and that you have
You.
joined in with campaigns and things for causes related to that because all the things because it's so special and important stories that need to be told.
Thank you. Yeah, I really want like I want everybody to realize this, but specifically like kids and teens who are growing up and thinking that they have to hide these things to be cool or specifically to work in film or theater. Because for a long time there has been like it's been taboo. Um, because you don't want to feel like, oh, I'm gonna hold people back and people are gonna see me that way. But that's like a large part of why I speak out about it is I want people to be like, no, you can do this. Oh,
Yeah.
this is my dog Sheldon.
Hi.
Sheldon, this
Yes.
is your first on air appearance.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Handsome.
Do we need to
Like,
get your ACTRA card, baby?
yes.
ACTRA is like our Canadian version of SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love it.
baby. Yeah. I just got him 2.5 months ago, so we've been working on behavior, but he's a beautiful rescue.
I have
Yeah.
listen, we have a rescue we got a few months ago in the winter, and she tore up one of my pillows this morning. So
No. How old is she?
she's 6 months now, and
Okay.
it's an everyday journey. Everyday
I
journey.
know. The
I love her
second
so much, but she
the
is
second night I had him, I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's such a good boy. He sleeps in my bed. He from the day one he slept through the night." Um, but I woke up and he'd like torn apart my nice expensive comforter, and I was just like,
yeah.
okay. So now we only sleep with blankets on the bed until he's grown.
I know. We've had dogs before that we loved. They never were really into the chewing and phase or whatever. They just kind of were
Yeah.
blessed. But Lily is all about the chewing. I mean, she chews everything. She has gnawed on furniture. She chews up, and she has so many toys, but she doesn't want those until she chews up something else.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sheldon's a chewer too. Like unless it's made of extreme there you go. Beautiful, Sheldon. Thank you so much. Unless it's made of like rubber like this,
Uh
he'll
huh.
chew through it. I cannot give him any actual dog toys.
Yeah.
It's insane for a
Yeah.
little dude. Yeah.
But
But
we
we
love
love
them.
them.
Yes, it's just we love them, and
We
I am
do.
including them, in conversations because I am a huge dog lover, cat lover. I love animals in general. So
I know.
I
I'm like big into like obviously if you adopt an animal, like they're the luckiest creature, but I very much believe in like rescuing um and saving a life that
Yes.
may not have another chance.
Yes, adopt, don't shop. Yes, absolutely. I believe that, yeah, because our dog was at our local shelter, and organization, a rescue organization, had a lady had adopted him for, for rescue or whatever. And my husband ran into them in Lowe's. You guys have Lowe's there? They're like
We,
a building supply
yes,
store.
yes, yes, yes.
And so, and Lily came and sat on his foot, and she had a little collar on that said "Adopt Me," and that was kind
So,
of
did he take her home or did he like call you first?
he brought her home. He walked in, and we had lost our dog probably a year and a half earlier, and it was really hard losing
Sorry.
her. And I was starting to get to the point where I was like, okay, I think we're ready for another dog. But he
Yeah.
just like he's like, I knew I didn't even want to take the chance of calling or anything because I fell in love with her when she sat on my foot. Like, she's going home with me.
Oh my God. I really like, I think they rescue us
Yes,
also. Like, I truly believe in that.
he
They're
said
just
he
the
was
best.
having a bad morning,
Yeah.
and when she sat on his foot and just looked up at him, it just changed his whole day. So, we remember that when she makes us mad.
I know. It's like, I chose this. I love you so much, you
Yes,
little shit.
yes, exactly, exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. Oh my gosh. So, I'll move on into some other things that we have talked about, and I just put that too big. Like, okay, first of all, are you working on anything now that you can tell us about?
Not that I can tell you about. I did just get like really exciting news yesterday. But I
Okay.
can't talk about it yet. So
I bet I can figure out what it is.
I don't know if you could. Well, you would
Winnipeg?
be able to guess. Hmm?
Is it in Winnipeg? Will you be doing something in Winnipeg?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
After
I
the
can't say
camera's off.
anything else. I
Okay.
can't say
After the
anything else.
camera's off, I'll tell you what I think it is.
Okay.
Okay. So you worked on Autumn in Apple Hill, bringing my
Hmm.
character of Nora to life on
Yeah.
Yay. I have had so many people, Sarah, to reach out and tell me how much they love Nora and Chuck and how adorable their scenes were together. I
Really?
just love you. They fell in love with your character.
Aw,
I just want you to be sure you know that.
that's
People
so
really
nice to
appreciate
hear. That's so nice. I loved playing that role. I like it's beautiful when you get the opportunity to play on set and I don't know, I think there was just so much in her character to bring to life and be funny. She's
Yeah.
not like a stick. She's like that awkward person. She doesn't know how to talk to guys. She wants to do her job to the best of her ability. Like she's just trying really hard and nothing's going right. But then finally at the end, she gets the guy.
Yes.
But we weren't allowed actually to do a kiss because maybe I'm not
Yeah,
supposed
this
to
is what I
share
want
this.
to hear. Some good behind the
Okay.
scenes stuff.
I know. So the year before the movie I was in, they gave like because we were the supporting characters and there was like Aaron and like they were the leads. Um so the year before they had the supporting characters also have a kiss. And in the cutting room or in the editing room they cut it because they had too much chemistry. They had more chemistry than the leads. Um
Oh,
so I'm not saying like our leads had a ton of chemistry, but because of that we weren't allowed to have a kiss. And we were only allowed to do like a weird little nose nuzzle
I
thing.
thought that was
Um,
cute.
yeah, me too. But I was
I wanted
specifically
to see
told
the
that
kiss.
was the reason. What?
I wanted to see the kiss too, but that was cute.
I know. I'm always rooting for the kiss. Like, if it serves the plot. But
Right.
I thought that was very funny that that was the reason why we weren't allowed to have a kiss.
That is so interesting. And I have seen that happen in some movies that I've watched where I felt like the supporting characters actually did upstage the leads. Now, in this, everyone was wonderful. I mean, Aaron and Wes
Yes.
were
Oh my
magical,
gosh.
but
Yes.
you two were also adorable. And if there had been two other people playing Elise and Luke that weren't as talented as those two, you two
Hmm.
easily upstage them because you guys were
Oh my
so
gosh.
good. You did such a good job. I mean, both of you played that quirky, nervous energy so well for
Well,
the
it's
character.
funny, like Sean, our director, was surprised when we were approved for the roles because he was like, "You two are both so weird." And he was like, I wasn't sure if they were gonna approve you. Like, not weird in a bad way, but we're just like very quirky. And he was like, I was so happy.
Yeah. Well, everything was great about that. It's shown through, and I hope that it was one of your favorite roles to date because you were so
Oh my gosh, it
enjoyable.
was. It was. And
Yay!
I think, from my understanding, the movie's done, I think.
Yeah, it did really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say I was looking for ratings for like US ratings for the live viewership for cable,
Hmm.
and it was 1.7 million for that night. That's just live cable. That's not DVR. That's not,
Right.
W Network and all the things, and Peacock, all the streaming apps that people can watch through cable in the US and all the things. It was in the top 10 of movies for
Really?
the year before Christmas, and it beat out a lot of Christmas movies for total live
Yeah.
viewership for the night. And it's
Yeah.
rated really well because it's hanging at that 7 mark on IMDb, which is really good
That
for
is.
a lot of movies now because people are harsh, really harsh about things. But for the movie to be hanging that close to it, right on that 6, 9, and 7, back and forth, that's
Yeah.
great. It really is.
I can't look at reviews, so I'm happy that you've looked at them.
I
That's
know.
I think it's obviously it's very tempting, but it's so healthy if you just do the project and you're like, I put everything into this. Like I was on set, I was present, and then just like release it.
I have to do that with books because when
Okay.
I first started writing, I would read, the negative reviews that would come in, and it crushed the creativity in me.
Yeah.
I just would be like, you could read 5 good reviews and one bad one. And it's
Hmm.
like anything in life, someone can give you 5 compliments and one insult, and the insult is what sticks in your head.
For
So,
sure.
I've had to learn that too from writing is to just don't read the negatives, just read the positive because you know that your work is not going to be for everyone. And there are people out there who truly just love to criticize everything. That's just
Mhm.
what makes them happy, unfortunately. And then
Yeah.
there are people who just love, uplifting others, which is what I like to see and what I like to do. So I'm like
Hmm.
you, I try not to look for anything that can go sideways. I couldn't help it. I had to go take peeks at Apple Hill though and see, what people were saying. And
But you
overall,
were separated to a certain degree, right? You could be
yeah,
like, well, if it wasn't good,
I didn't
they
write the
changed
script.
it.
Yeah, they changed it. Yeah, I guess they changed it, but I really wanted it to do well, and I feel like
Yeah.
it did. I feel like it did. And Paul did a wonderful job with the script, and
Yeah.
even though it's very different from the book, have you read the book yet? I know you have it,
I have. My parents got it for me for Christmas.
and it's very different.
It is. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, there's
yeah.
a lot of things kept as far as the chemistry, the dialogue type of things. There's some scenes between like you and Elise talking about like the guest book and the real keys and all that. That's actually in the book. Like, we
Yeah.
use real
Yeah.
keys here and talking, about Luke when he first comes in and, all of that, the relationship of enemies to lovers, all that is still there. And of course, the gorgeous end. But yeah, wouldn't it have been amazing to have like the lighthouse scenes and, have them go out and do that? And
I know. You're like, I just need a couple million more.
yeah,
And we,
yeah. That's what I've been telling people when I go and talk is that, well, budget makes a huge difference on what you can do in a
it
movie.
does. Because we really truly shot, I'd say half the film at the inn,
Yeah,
right? And that's such a budget saver because every unit move costs money.
yeah. And that the end was so gorgeous. I mean, the way it was decorated, it was just like I would have imagined. So that was
Oh,
wonderful.
good.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. And that's an actual B&B, right? In the
Is
area.
it?
I think so. I looked it up. I think it's a working B&B. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Were there any guests there when you were there?
No.
Maybe it
I
was, and
didn't
it's
know
like,
it was a B&B.
yeah, yeah. I have to.
I didn't think there were enough rooms for it to be a B&B, but maybe.
I'm gonna
It
have
was
to look
very
it up and
beautiful.
send. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I found it online, but
Okay.
was there a pool in the back?
I wasn't allowed in the backyard, so I don't know. Maybe you're thinking, no, because where we shot the exterior, there was a pool. But people
Okay.
definitely lived there because I got in trouble for being in the wrong room. So that was not a B&B. I just wanted to explore. There was
So
like a
you just did
terrarium.
exterior shots for that house.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay,
And
interesting.
then like we were doing one where I had to come out the door, but the door kept locking. So we kept having to like retake the scene because I couldn't get it open. And then finally I'd be like,
Oh my gosh. This is the stuff that people want to hear. They love the
yeah.
backstage stuff.
It's funny because I forget it, but now that we're talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah. And as far as working on that movie and a few others that you've done, I know you've worked for movies that have been on like Lifetime and Hallmark.
hmm
You've worked in some bigger budget stuff too, right? Like Nobody or what I'm trying to think of some of
Yeah,
the things you've
nobody too. I had a small role in it. We'll see if it if it makes it in. Um, but yeah, that was awesome because I was already working with like Bob Odenkirk closely, so that was fun to get to play on set together.
yeah,
Um, I'm trying to think. I did like a really fun role for a Crave TV show.
that was
Uh,
hilarious. The scene you have
thank
to
you.
click on your Instagram. If you go to
Yeah,
Sarah's Instagram, you guys can see that. It's so funny with the
that was one of
ribbon.
my favorite things. Yeah. Yeah, I don't
I was
like
like, I gotta find it. I wish I could see Crave TV because like I want to watch that episode.
it's so funny because like I grew up being a competitive dancer. So on the day, like I was obviously in the character and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm like so amazing at this." Obviously, I don't think that, but I was doing like these ballet moves and in my head I was like, "These kind of look good." And then I watched it back. I was like, you can't even jump. You're getting no air off the ground in that move." Like but it worked perfectly for it. But it was very, very humbling. And like the onesie that they put me in, it was like, oh my God, what is?
Yeah, it looked like that something from the 80s for sure.
Yeah, the show's supposed to take place in the 90s, but my mom also was like, that looks like it's from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So before you
I
were
don't know.
born, you wouldn't know.
I was born in the late 90s, but I'm always like, okay, well, at least I'm from two different centuries. And I'm like, so I've made it. I'm
That's
cool.
right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. So I want to ask you, you've worked for, so you've done some thrillers and you've done some rom-coms. What is a horror type things? You worked on Safe Haven, that an episode of that. If it, I think it may eventually come to Tubi or something. I think I heard
No,
something about it.
I don't know. I should ask them. I heard we're supposed to have a premiere in 2025.
Yeah,
But watch me be completely wrong and just be putting random information on the internet.
yeah. Hopefully it will. Hopefully, I know I read that somewhere too, but something was in the works for it to finally
Yeah.
release. So I know
Yeah.
there were some hiccups behind it, but yeah, hopefully all of that will work out and the show will come out.
I
What
hope
is
so.
your favorite genre to work in?
Oh, my favorite genre. That's tricky because it really depends on my mood and where I am in my life. I would say comedy is probably up there, but a very like grounded, awkward comedy, like something of Girls by Lena Dunham. And you're just like, wow, I'm so uncomfortable watching how truthful this is because we all relate to it, but we're also like, who wants to admit these kind of things?
Yeah.
So, but then also Arrested Development is one of my favorite shows. Um, so comedy for sure. And then I love anything that is like dramatic or psychological. I love a good psychological thriller like Shutter
Yeah.
Island. Yeah, the scene when his wife is dead, but you don't realize that instantly and like the kids are drowning in the water. This sounds awful to be like, I love this. Um, but I love that as
Make
an
me
actor and I love
cry
that as like
though.
a filmmaker. Yeah, yeah. So I think Two very opposite things. But yeah.
I know, I like that too. I'm like, I love like comedy and then romance and sweet stuff. But then my husband will walk in and I'm watching like true crime or something. And
Oh
he's
my
like,
gosh. That's
you
my
guys
mom.
watch a lot of documentaries about people who murdered their spouses.
Every Friday night, my mom has Dateline on, and then she like records it. She's like, I just like it, and I think I read an article where it says like you've had some form of childhood trauma in your life. If this brings you peace to watch this, and I'm a bit concerned about her.
It's the interesting thing is like I don't like to watch the news or read things. So I like to live in ignorant bliss in some ways because I feel like it gives me anxiety, and I
Mhm.
just don't like to
Mhm.
read all the negative things that go on because it really does like just it gives me too much anxiety. But
Totally.
I can watch a documentary or some type of like crime thriller like that, and I'm just like fascinated, like what is wrong with these people? Like what is in their mind that makes them think like that? So I just get drawn in, sucked into it. I can't look
I
away.
know. I love listening to podcasts not about where they murdered somebody, but where they scammed people.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's so bad now.
I know, but I can get through those ones because I'm
Huh.
like, I will watch a crime podcast and then fully think it's going to happen to me. So I just learned that I can't do it. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm going to ask you a few questions that I have in here. They're kind of like rapid fire, but um, you know, you can like detail a little more on them too. So, like, if someone played you in a movie, who would you like to see that actor
Oh my
speak?
God, I've never thought about that.
I
Are we thinking like, does appearance matter or, oh my God, this is stressful
would go
now.
with yeah, a little bit. Let's someone you could see
Oh
like
no.
young.
Okay. Well, I always get told I look like Reese Witherspoon, but she's a little bit
That's
old.
exactly who I was gonna say. And then I'm like, let's say we're gonna age you up a little bit, and we're gonna say
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon because I see it.
I mean, but she's 5 foot nothing and I'm 5'9". But it works. I've also had like Margot Robbie before, but I'm pretty like awkward. So I don't know if they can pull that off, sure. Um,
I like those answers.
wow. I've never thought of this. I know you're like, this is rapid fire, and now I'm
No, 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 no. That's like I said. Some of these are gonna be ones you have to like stop and think about because I mean, just like oh, who?
yeah. Oh
Or
my
it's just like who
gosh.
do who do you want? Like I've always wanted. I would want like Kate Hudson. I love Kate
Oh,
Hudson.
I see that in your face,
Yeah,
actually.
when I'm thinner, my face isn't. And when I was younger,
Stop.
I would get that a little bit. When my hair is
Really?
blonder and whatever, like we have like the same eyes or whatever, so like the smaller eyes or something. So sometimes when I feel like when she was pregnant, like her face is a little fuller. I'm like, yeah, I can see it more there.
No, I totally see it now that you've said it, actually.
But I loved her in like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and so
Oh,
like and like when
the
her hair
dress.
is wet in that movie and it air dries, it's all like frizzy curly like mine is usually. So
Yeah.
I tried to like dry it out today and it's still trying to curl. So I'm like, oh, that I like that. So I can see
Oh,
her.
I love that. Okay, actually, I also get told well, when she was in Riverdale, that I look like Lily Reinhart.
Yeah,
Um,
I see
and
that.
we're closer in age, so I would say Lily Reinhart could play it
Okay. I like
because
that.
she has invisible disabilities also,
Oh, well, then that's perfect.
and she's very
Oh,
outspoken about it, which I love.
love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Um, this is going to be one you might have to think about for a second too. What animal do you think would best represent you?
So my friends have called me a golden retriever, and I took that to be a huge insult. Because in relationships, there's always like this new TikTok thing that says there's the black cat and the golden retriever, and the golden retriever just is like, okay, sure. Which I take great insult to because I am not that chill. Um,
Yeah, I'm a little more alpha about.
yeah, it
I'm very
depends.
outspoken.
Yeah, that's hmm. I'm trying to remember what my friends have called me before other than a dog, which was rude. I
I could see you like a lion.
Really? Okay, so here's the thing.
Even
I
more.
think I might have the personality of like a cougar, but
Yeah.
I also think I would be the first one killed in the wild. Like I would not survive, fully not survive.
I
So
would
I think
eat.
I would talk a big game.
Yeah.
And then an animal would run at me and I would just be like, take me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my mouth would write those checks that my butt can't cash kind of situation. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard of
No, I haven't. No.
it? Yeah. It's like, you're writing checks with your mouth that your butt can't cash, except,
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
it's
pretty accurate.
when it comes down to it, like if I were on like a show like Survivor, I would laugh. Like I would literally be the first one cut. The
Oh
first
my gosh, me
person bit
too.
me, I'm ready to go.
Or even Big Brother. I'm like, I don't want to deceive these people. Like they're all
Yeah,
kind of having to lie, and I'd be like, but I want you to like me. Please be
yeah,
my friend.
I know, I know. That's so funny. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Mm, cookies and cream?
Yum.
Yeah. What about you?
Um, like a mint chocolate chip or like a chocolate brownie.
Oh,
Anything
mint
with
chocolate chip
chocolate.
slaps. Or a good tiger stripe if we're feeling wild. Do
Oh, yeah.
you know what tiger stripe is?
No.
I could tell by you were like, oh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
It's
It's
real. This is live. I'm not going to edit it either.
it's orange and it's black licorice.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have to try that. Do they
Yeah.
have that in America, or is that like a Canadian thing?
I don't think it's a Canadian thing. I they don't serve it everywhere, but it's my dad's go-to.
Awesome. Do you eat like a ketchup potato chips or whatever it is that's up there?
Okay, so I think they're disgusting. Let's go through this. I think ketchup chips are disgusting. I think barbecue chips are disgusting. All dressed, no. It's sour cream and onion all the way, or like a nice plain salty kettle chip.
Oh,
I'm so basic.
I love that
And
because
yeah,
I've seen people talk about these ketchup chips or something, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. We
well,
don't have
everybody loves them, and I think it's disgusting.
I'm with you. It doesn't really look appealing to me either.
No, I'm like, if I wanted it that badly, I'd just dip my chip in ketchup.
Yeah,
It does not taste like a fry, you know,
right.
at all. No, it's
Oh, see, that's
gross.
what I was wondering. I was like, does it taste like dipping your French fries in ketchup or just
No. It's like, you know, when you open a chip
pepperoni?
bag and it smells like farts. Like, sorry, that was gross. But
You're making me make all these like funny faces. Speaking of snacks, then, what is your go-to snack when you're on set?
oh, when I'm on set,
If Craftsy has it
depends
or
what Crafty has. I'm like a big, I like fruit. I will like if there's a fruit tray, I will like try to not eat the whole thing, but like keep me away from there. Um, what else do I like? I feel like I will stash gum. This is painting me in a really crafty. Do not listen to me talk about this, please. But I'll take like a whole pack of gum and like stick it in my pocket so I can just have like if they have like double bubble or hubba bubba, that's mine. Um, in the last movie, we had like these pouches of matcha and you just
oh.
mix them with water. Those were good. I do know that like multiple people took them back to Toronto with them. So, um, I'm trying to think what else. I'm not like a huge sweets person on set because then I
Yeah,
don't feel great for the rest of the day. But
yeah.
if there's nuts or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if I were on set, like when I would do like background stuff, because that's what I used to do in Wilmington or whatever, and I did like some PSAs and things, or we would have someone, I did theater, like plays and stuff. We would get like trays. I would always go for the fruit because I'm like, vegetable, like raw vegetables can cause problems, can cause like gastrointestinal issues
Oh,
if you're
look,
eating
I'm
like
eating the raw veggies too. That's true.
so I would like try to limit like the carrots or something, but I didn't want to eat any like salty, any of the chips or any of that because I didn't want to bloat. And I would bloat so
Right.
easily. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to stick to like a little bit of fruit, maybe like a carrot stick or something, and that's it. Because I was always afraid, like, I would eat like a cucumber, but no, I'm like steering clear of too many like celery and carrot situations and stuff too. Because
Oh my gosh, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. But we're not eating the ketchup chips, okay? So we're
not
fine.
eating the ketchup chips; those are getting passed over. So, if you could have a superpower like flying or invisibility, what would it be?
Mm, what would it be? There's so
Was
many
trying to think of
options.
my answer too, and I was like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, a superpower. A
Like
super
fly, I was like, I think flying would be cool because I could go anywhere I needed to really quickly. And just
maybe,
like,
yeah, maybe flying because I'm scared of planes.
mhm.
So, like,
And this
maybe
is
if
like
I knew I was in control,
yeah, yeah,
I think we could do flying. I think it'd also be cool if you had like a superpower that if somebody was having a bad day, you could just like wave your wand and make them like
yeah.
happy.
Yes, wouldn't we love the superpower to just like throw fairy dust all over the world and make everybody just nice? That would be so great.
Right? Or peace and no fighting.
Yes, that would be so great.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us would like that superpower.
Yeah.
I'll make it a little easier. If you are choosing your dream vacation, like you're leaving next week and it's anywhere you want to go, money is no
I really
object.
want to go to Greece.
Greece.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to go to Greece.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never been overseas. So
Santorini. Mm.
yeah, right? Greece or like Spain, Italy, somewhere like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna fly on my own over there and meet you there because we have that superpower now, so
We do. We do.
we can
So
just
it's
be
cheap
there in
flights,
a
cheap
minute. We'll
flights.
be there in a flash. We'll
We just
go.
got to pay for the crafty.
Yeah, and we also money is no object, so we can just do whatever we want to. We can just visit all the
Obviously.
places. And what is your favorite season?
Oh my gosh, I was just talking about this recently. Um, Not winter, that's for sure.
Not in Winnipeg.
Well, my birthday's in winter and Christmas is in winter, so I used to say winter, but then I realized it brought me great unhappiness for like most of the months. I would say summer, just because I really love being outdoors and like being with my pup. Um, Not a fall person, so spring or summer.
I'm a
Sorry,
fall.
I'm so sorry. Autumn. I should have said
No,
autumn.
you shouldn't. No, I wasn't thinking that. Oh, summer. I would think if I lived in Winnipeg, I would probably say summer because I just looked up the temperatures because I was looking at, I'm interviewing someone else from the movie on Monday, and they
Oh.
also live in Winnipeg. And I was looking at their like a video of this part. You're gonna know who it is when I say this anyway. I'm just not telling everybody else
I
yet.
think I already know who it is.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Him and his wife
There we
were on
go.
like a bicycle.
Yes, did you know that in the short film that I did, we just played husband and wife?
Oh, really? Awesome. I love
Yeah,
it.
and we've played a couple on a different show before too.
I love that. I love that. I'll
Yeah.
have to bring this, try to remember to mention that again about talking with you and what it was like working with you. Um,
The worst thing. I'm
the
awful.
worst thing. And they had on like sweatshirts and stuff. And I'm
Did
like,
they?
yeah. And I'm like, is it cool up there? So I looked at the temperature and it was like it was like mid 70s the other day. So I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe it was in the morning and it was still, because it said like started out like 50s or 60s or something. So I'm like, maybe it was
Yeah.
cooler in the morning. So
Or in the evening, like I'll definitely find it gets chilly. I do run colder, but like I always have a hoodie with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, here this past week it's been like 98
Oh
to
my
100, like
goodness.
literally
Oh my
100
God. Do
degrees.
you
We
have
had
long sleeves on right now?
no, I don't,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's actually in the 70s out here right now and cloudy, which is unheard of for August in North Carolina. It
Okay.
is like
Yeah.
sultry hot, steamy, like oh my gosh, like you could not film a Christmas movie here
Oh my
comfortably
gosh.
at all.
Well, they would try. They would
Oh, they
try.
have. They have. They filmed in Wilmington before USS Christmas. Part of that was filmed here in
Yeah.
the summertime. So yeah, it can be a little sultry a few hours. They filmed that in Wilmington, which is like 3 hours away, and I used to
Okay.
live there. So
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's really hot in North Carolina though. And if you could travel back in time to an
Um,
era that before you existed, what
mhm.
decade or century would you pick?
Oh, I it's very conflicting. The 70s because of the music. And I love the clothing so much. I don't I don't think women's rights were at the same point in the 70s, obviously. So there's like some conflicting things, but that's definitely where I would want to go back in time to. But I always struggle with that because I'm like
I
insulin and like diabetes medications and technology wasn't the
know.
same. So that's where I'm like, well, that would be really cool. But
Yeah, I try to think of it for me when I think of that question is fashion, music, clothing, how people got along in some ways, or some things, what they did for fun, or before
yeah,
we had like our phones attached to us all the time. I kind of think of that, but I try not to think about the other parts because, like you said, there's always going to be the but for all the things
totally.
that have changed. Because like mine is the 50s,
Oh,
and there's things
wow.
in the 50s that weren't great either. But I like the whole sock hop thing and like wearing a poodle skirt and Grease, like the movie Grease
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. Like I just think it would be fun. And I don't know, something about going to a diner with like the burgers and fries and big sundaes. I don't know. It just looks cool to me. I think it would be fun.
It does seem fun. Did you know that John Travolta is shooting a movie in Winnipeg currently?
I saw he was going to at some point. And
Yeah.
is that the 1963 one? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the John F. Kennedy assassination one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twyla, do you know
Hmm.
someone?
Yeah.
Twyla just followed me on Instagram and told me she was doing something on that
Oh,
project.
cool. Very
And
cool.
she had worked on Apple Hill. What I can't remember what she does.
I
Is it
think she was the locations manager,
okay? Okay.
or I know she was in locations, I believe, on that film.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. And one more question. Who
Okay.
is someone that you haven't worked with that you would like to? And I know one person because you've mentioned them before, but you may not even remember that. So,
I probably don't. I have a very short memory. Um, Honestly, like this is shooting for the stars, but I'm such a huge fan of Florence Pugh.
who?
Florence Pugh.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
She's a pretty big star. She played Amy in Little Women. She was in Midsommar, like the Ari Aster psychological horror thriller film. Um, Black Widow.
How do I
She's
not know this person's name?
I don't know, she
I'm
was
gonna.
nominated for an Oscar, but
Oh my
she's just
gosh!
like,
Now I feel terrible that I don't.
oh my gosh, no, 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 no. Now I'm like, oh my God, Sarah, what has she been in? Um, no, she's just cool and she seems so down to earth and truly beats to her own drum. And
Yeah.
I love to see that. And we're like a very similar age. And I think she's like sincerely probably the best actor of my generation. So
Oh well, that sounds like a great answer. Well, I'll have to go look her up because now you mentioned
you're
some
like, I
names.
gotta
I'm
get her
like,
on the pod.
she sounds like she has a great body of work already. So I want to
Oh
go
yeah.
check her out.
Mhm.
All right. And let's see, was there one other thing I wanted to ask you? Yes. Okay. So you said you can't tell us if you have anything coming up, but do you think that you will be seen on Hallmark, Great American Family, Lifetime, or any of those channels possibly in the next year?
I'm just gonna smile.
Possibly. We're going to take that as a
Possibly.
possibly.
Possibly. Yes.
We're putting it out there because the audience would love to see you again, Sarah.
Well, we got to get Autumn at Apple Hill too.
I know. There were a lot of people asking for a sequel to that movie, and somebody even said, "Oh, Christmas at Apple Hill. This could be the next Good Witch series." Think of all the people that could go in and out of that inn. I'm like, That would be a dream come true, but
You
they
gotta
have,
go pitch it. You gotta go pitch it,
we have to pitch
Angie.
it. We need that. I think all the cast would be on board.
I definitely think we would all be on board.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for taking
Oh
some
my
time
gosh,
with
of
me this morning.
course. And congrats on your pod.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. It's been a learning curve this week, but I'm doing the best I can.
You're doing it. You're doing the thing.
That's right. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.